Netflix sent 4 hiking beginners here for their very first challenge. And their hike lasted around 10 hours. Yes, 10 hours. So I had one question. Why would anyone willingly do this? Welcome to Seoraksan, one of Korea's most famous mountains. And for me, Seoraksan is actually very familiar. Years ago, this mountain was a popular school trip destination in Korea. I came here when I was a student. Then, years later, I became a teacher. And guess where I came back with my students? Seoraksan. So I went from following my teacher to counting my own students and hoping nobody disappeared. I have been here many times. But somehow, Seoraksan never feels ordinary. And this is one reason why. Take a look at this. This is Ulsanbawi, a huge wall of granite rising above the forest. And yes, this is still Korea. Forget Seoul for a moment. Forget skyscrapers. Forget K-pop. This looks more like something from a fantasy movie. And Ulsanbawi even has its own legend. According to legend, the creator called Korea's best rocks to build Kumgangsan. Ulsanbawi came too. But it was huge. So it was late. By the time it arrived, there was no room left. Going back to Ulsan? Too embarrassing. So it stayed at Seoraksan instead. Is that scientifically true? No. Is it a good story? Definitely. But there is something even stranger on the way up. Meet Heundeulbawi. Heundeul means to shake. And bawi means rock. So its name basically means Wobbling Rock. And what does everyone do when they see it? They push it. Of course they do. I have seen plenty of students try. And yes, the giant rock can move slightly. But do not get too excited. It is not rolling down the mountain. Now, you might be thinking, this place looks amazing. But 10 hours? No, thank you. Good news. You do not have to hike for 10 hours. Seoraksan has a cable car. In just a few minutes, it takes you high above the valley. So you have 2 choices. Option 1. Netflix mode. You hike for hours. You sweat. You question your life choices. And finally, you earn the view. Option 2. Tourist mode. You take the cable car. You step outside. You take amazing photos. And you never mention the cable car again. I am not judging. But Seoraksan is not just about dramatic rocks. There is more than 1,000 years of Korean history here too. Near the entrance, you can find Sinungsa. It is an old Buddhist temple surrounded by the mountains. And higher up, there is something even more surprising. A small Buddhist sanctuary hidden inside a cliff. It is called Kumgangul. Imagine climbing into the mountains and suddenly finding a tiny place of worship inside the rock. That is Seoraksan. Nature, history, religion, all in one place. But there is one season when Seoraksan becomes truly spectacular. Autumn. The gray cliffs are surrounded by red, orange, and yellow forests. And suddenly, everyone in Korea seems to have the same weekend plan. Seoraksan. You get incredible views. And maybe a few thousand new friends on the trail. I first came here as a student. Then I came back as a teacher. And now Netflix has brought a new generation here. So maybe Seoraksan keeps changing. But the reason people love it probably does not. After hours of climbing, you finally see the view. And somehow, It feels more beautiful because you worked for it. And after 10 hours of hiking, even a simple bowl of ramyeon probably tastes like a 5-star meal. So now it is your turn. If you came to Seoraksan, which would you choose? The 10-hour hike? Or the cable car? Be honest. For more Korean